This is General Boom Doom. I know this is... Sorry, my voice is just a bit bad this morning. I know this has been a long time coming, but I've been having a hard time trying to get mods and such. But, let's take a look at the Ash. This is a basic Ash, and there's still room for a few more mods. There is still room, so if you want to go ahead and slide in, say, a under-leveled power slide, or I think it's called power drift. Yes, power drift. You can do that, and that'll still increase your power damage even further. This whole build works with the Augment Rising Storm. Now you get this from your syndicates. I can't remember which one right now off the top of my head, and for that I'm sorry. But what I can tell you is, if you're willing to do it for plat, or find someone to trade you for another augment, you can get this augment for as low as 5 plat, or you can buy it for the average of 10 to 15. It all depends on who you find in trade chat. Now, most of these mods, the Fleeting Expertise and the Transient Fortitude are the expensive ones. You get these from doing Corrupteds. Or, sorry, not Corrupteds, but Vault runs. To do a Vault run, you need to go ahead and buy a Vault key from a clan dojo. So you need to join a clan that has researched the keys before you can go ahead and farm for those mods. Now, let's get back into the build. So this right here is completely reliant on Ash Storm. I call it Ash Storm. Wow, I'm stupid. Bladestorm. So we're going to go ahead. As you can see, we have 6 Ancient Healers Eximus, Corrupted Heavy Gunner Eximus, Bombard, and Crewman. Their level is set to level 70. I will pause the AI. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain the importance of triple marks. So, we're going to have that healer. One mark, and it's only a quarter damage. What's cool about this is, we'll still keep our melee damage multiplier a little longer thanks to the augment, but the bleed damage is what's nice. So watch. Here's 2 marks. Where is he? Well, since we couldn't find him, let's go ahead and reset the test, and I'll just show you guys what happens with triple marks. And this is where it gets grisly. So that right there is a whole group of corrupted bombards. All armored, all Eximus. I keep forgetting I'm not on my Ash Prime. Primed flow would very much help. If you can slot a reactor in, it is much better. Alright, so now let's try. And as you can see, they're all gone. That is the importance of triple marks. I do not know the exact stats. I will come out with a later video to go ahead and refine all my knowledge because I am rusty. So, I do apologize. Those were enemies with complete armor. No stripping, no nothing. As you saw, we're using Steel Charge. We don't have any kind of aura lowering their armor. We're not using Seeking Shuriken to lower their armor. That was pure damage. And these are level 70 Corrupted Gunners Eximus. Again, we're going to go for a triple mark. And they're all going to die. Most of them will die from the initial damage, but the bleed will finish them off. They're normally left with a little less than a quarter health after that. So you saw it on heavily armored enemies, so what do you think it'll do on infested? It'll pretty much do the exact same thing. Speaking of, these are the corrupted corpus. It will do the exact same thing to them, no matter what. Now, I think I've tested this to go as high as level 9, but you shouldn't really need this. You know what, here. Let's go test that. Okay, settings. Let's start with 80. And we'll start with the bombards first, once I resimulate it. Oh, I do these videos so badly. I guess it won't reload until I go ahead and kill the wall. Well, goodbye. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead, take those out, and take those out, just to make this a quicker test. So these are level 80 bombard and level 80 gunners. We're only focusing on the first two in the front. And at level 80, from a triple mark, they go down to, well, a little over a quarter health. So it would take 2 triple marks to go ahead and kill a level 80 heavy gunner with no armor stripped. Now for bombards, they all die. They still die because of the augment. Honestly, I don't know why it does more damage to bombards than it would heavy gunners. I thought bombards had more armor. So let's go ahead and let's test it on the bombards at level 90. Again, apparently the game is saying, nope, you have to kill them all. Keep forgetting that. Alright, let's go. But now you guys have seen the damage, I will have to explain. This may not entirely be a viable build. This relies on your skill to survive as a player through damage. This build uses only one skill, and that is bladestorm. We do not bother with shuriken, although they can be real powerful with the current setup. But, no, we do not. So let's go ahead and finish these guys off. Like I said, they're level 80, so it's kind of hard for me to go ahead and kill them one shot. These are the enemies you would typically find in sorties. If you bladestorm any other enemy in any other difficulty other than sortie, you will pretty much one-shot them. Now, something I forgot to mention. the big difference, if you have an Ash versus an Ash Prime. Ash Prime comes with an extra dash polarity. So this allows you to go ahead and house a primed flow, which means more energy. This right here will allow you to go ahead and bladestorm far more often than what you need to. So if you have an Ash Prime, I'd say go ahead and upgrade to one. Generally, you can go ahead and buy him for about 60 platinum. Although lately, people have been trying to sell him for 100, so you may get off easy, you may not. I'll show you the difference just in the amount of energy we normally have. Normally, we can't even kill everybody up here. But let's go ahead and let's upgrade the test to level 90. There we go. Alright, and let's simulate this on level 90 enemies. And yes, they are still dead. But normally we can't triple mark this entire group of enemies. Prime Flow allows us to do that. Now see, because of the extra polarity, we were able to go ahead and add power drift. Now, I don't know why some lived and some died. I guess it has something to do with the bleed proc that happens. But, thank you all for watching, everybody. This is just a simple Ash Bladestorm build. Hope you all enjoyed, and have fun.